Welcome everybody to another image production, and today is going to be my first casting of Command & Conquer 3 Tiberian Wars. So this is just the first match ever that I'm doing, that I'm actually casting, so this is going to be quite interesting because I've never done this before. So if there's any comments at all, you know, for me to improve or anything, put down in the comments below. Do hope you enjoy, and let's get started. So, this is on the Tournament Rift, I think. So on the right side we have a yellow Scrin, which is going to be CWedvin, as I said, he's based in Plan. On the left side is going to be pink. Oh, I don't remember your name. Abovethelaw, right. So Abovethelaw is pink Nod, and then we've got yellow Scrin for Edvin. Now, a immediate problem here, Abovethelaw has actually built a crane first, which may help you in the long run, but because it's only 10,000 credits, that structure there is actually very costly. So I really, that's a bad move.
The Brotherhood has entrusted me.
I see he's going for the tip spike as usual. I'm probably going to garrison these military squads in that building. Yep, he is.
Construction complete.
So he's got refinery, he's got power plant
construction options. Building. Enemy units
going
sighted.
For some operation centre. Got to have a quick upgrade of the tier units. Edvin comes with his buzzards. I would assume that he was going to go put them in front of his hand nod. That would make more sense.
Construction complete.
Unit under attack. Unit lost.
Edvin has just been exploring a lot of the map recently.
Building.
Edvin's going for tier 2 right now. He's got a portal and a dwarf sphere. And I'm assuming that 3 harvesters. Yep, so we've got to go for a decent economy now. He's going to just keep an eye on
Construction complete.
Keep this.
New construction options. Building.
So yeah, he's doing remarkably well at the moment. But I think the downfall already was because there's another there. Was because that Abovethelaw built a crane right at the start, and that set him back quite a lot in resources. So he's probably going to die this match, I have a feeling, but we'll see. There's a bit of conflict going on here. We have Abovethelaw had to do a little bit of expansion. He's going to take as much income as possible in an early form as possible. So he's probably going to go for this blue tip here in the middle, which will put his harvester in a little bit of jeopardy because it can't really protect it. I mean, we've got a shredder turret down here, but not like up here on this cliff, so that's going to be problematic for Abovethelaw. And we've got the drone platform moving to this green Tiberian field down here. Let's have a look at Abovethelaw. Right.
No construction options.
So no expansion has been made to this Tiberian field down here by above, so that's interesting. I think you should do it like as soon as you can because it's there and it's yours. Complete. You know it's yours. You have sort of ownership of it.
Our base is under attack.
Got another refinery being built. Got some attack bikes being built. Probably going for some harvester harassment, so that's interesting. I have a feeling they might go along the top and go over here and then come down here.
Training.
But obviously, I don't really know. That is just me assuming things. So we've got our harvester getting the blue Tiberium in the middle.
Building.
Edvin has deployed some devastator tanks to hopefully combat the whatever forces that might be coming here. So I have a feeling he's probably actually going to decimate all those attack bikes if they do come in that direction. And then we've got obviously extractor being built at the Tiberian field. Most of this area has now been controlled down here by Abovethelaw, so he's got both the tip spikes now, so that's going to be actually helping him quite a bit. But I don't see Edvin making a move yet to try and claim this back, because he can, potentially. Oh, Abovethelaw just seen his Devastator tanks, and they are actually full Devastators full with the additional Tiberium, which will provide that necessary bonus damage, which will help him clean out these forces quicker. Oh, yep. This is a dangerous move now for Above because he's not got no defences at all to help with these Devastator tanks, as far as I can see. Oh, he's finally explored to down here and used this Tiberian field. Yeah, he's got no defences whatsoever. He's only got attack bikes, and yep, he did. He moved the attack bikes up to the top right on the map, and now he's going to attack the top Tiberian field that is owned by Edvin. That may work. I would suggest taking the Devastator tanks first, but he probably won't do that because he doesn't know yet. But here we go. Ooh, that's a lot of damage in here, but one attack bike's gone. Oh, will he get the harvester? Will he get the harvester? Yeah, he's got one of the harvesters down. He's just retreating down to the next Tiberian field. They're getting decimated by the devastating attacks. Tripod comes in. Tripod just destroys one of them. Nice attempt to try and take out the tech center. That was genius, but unfortunately, because there's so many defenses, I don't think he'll be able to do it in time. So that is a bit of a fail, to be honest. Unfortunately, he'll be able to repair the damage, so that was a lost cause for him. Although he got another harvester, so that's not too bad. Tripod's just chasing him down now, make sure he just gets evicted out of the base. No attack being made by Edvin to this outpost here, which is odd. We got attack by Edvin to the harvesters down at Abovethelaw's tip field on the bottom left of the map. 2 harvesters are down. I think the third one's going to go down as well. That laser turret is not going to do much damage at all. And we've got harvester there. Right, refinery going for that. Blue tip as well. That's not going to help much. We've only got 1 laser turret there. 2 laser turrets, but still that's not going to help much. The rest of the attack bikes just got decimated, absolutely destroyed. So I don't think that was an effective use of those attack bikes. Oh wait, actually he got lucky. One of the devastating tanks has been destroyed. In fact, let's try and adjust the audio. It is rather loud. Oh, I didn't. Never mind. So that was quite interesting. All the harvesters are down from there. That lone devastated attack is now hiding over here. And we've got a couple of more tripods being built. Stormcalling goes up on the Tiberian field, trying to protect that harvester, letting it heal and everything. Nice box being built. Abovethelaw makes another attempt at destroying the harvesters again, but the tripod is guarding it nicely. If it was lucky, he might be able to go around and try and get that harvester. Tripod's going to destroy them. Yep. There we go. Oh, another attack got made. Attack on the main base is coming now. 3 devastating tanks and 2 annihilators. They're coming and destroying everything right now. I'm surprised he hasn't got many defenses. I mean, why is he Abovethelaw actually building?
Unit under attack.
Our base is under attack.
He's building everything. Oh, he's building avatars. Yeah, that won't be enough. He won't be able to get them before he, probably die. Oh, Obelisk goes up, so I mean, actually help. I was just going to be devastated attack, so that's possible.
Under attack.
Oh, he might actually get tripod from this though. Yeah, well, devastated attack goes down. I don't think he's controlling that at all. There we go. 2 tripods go down. Yeah, actually, the avatars do actually come out, which is nice. I didn't actually think they were coming out before the entire base was destroyed. That is surprising.
Tiberian exposure detected.
As far as I can see, there's no. Oh yeah, because Conyar's been destroyed. That's just set back quite a lot. I believe he's going to train one. Yep, he's training one from one of the 4 factions here. Let me see. Edvin is currently has no radar either. Oh yeah, he's moving his drone platform somewhere else now, getting more map control.
Training.
What is he doing for his vehicle?
Training.
Making more devastated tanks, and disintegrators in case of any more vehicles coming. Yeah, the general force Edvin's making is centered around anti-vehicular and possibly anti-air, but anti-vehicular mainly. We've got some more devastating troubles there, so he's probably going to prepare for another attack. What is that? Loads! Whoa, that's a lot of tripods over there. 3 enemies harvesters. He already knows they're there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tripods. The drone platform moves down to the middle of Greenfield. They destroy the edges of the refinery. Oh, he's in trouble now. Those 2 avatars cannot push them back. There's no way.
Unit under attack. Our base is under attack.
Abovethelaw has got some stealth tanks, which will be useful, but not really as the main thing because they're weak, even though they're stealth. Got an Obelisk ready right now, and Edvin's just taking the middle tip field, put some pressure on Abovethelaw, which is going to be interesting. Conflict over here. Try to again take the harvester stab, but that's good to use another protection. We've got still this outpost here. I'm surprised it's still there because I thought that would be eliminated by now. To be honest, because that does make a lot of resources. But then again, because it's only 2 tip spikes, it doesn't really make much of a difference. At least it's not consuming the blue tip over there. So the stealth tank being sent over here. Something's just been sold. Don't know what though. So he's trying to protect his dear old Conyard. Another crane's been built. And I mean he can now because he's got lots of resources. We've got a stealth tank attack going over here. Let's see about both. Oh wait, yep, this is definitely going to work. It's going to go for these harvesters here. This is definitely going to work. Absolutely no idea that he's there. I find that funny. I suppose that's a good thing with stealth tanks. You don't even know that they're there unless you have a stealth detecting unit, which a tripod is not, so he's lucky in that respect. But Edvin's sending his tripod over there to destroy the little outpost, and now, oh no, they're not. The stealth tanks are actually avoiding that. They go for the tech center. That actually saved back quite a lot. Very, very good. I like that. That is a good tactic by Abovethelaw, to be honest. And then go for the transmission as well. Anything being done about the refineries at all? Or no, he's not. He's going to head further into the base and avoiding the tripod. Oh, he's going to avoid the stone column, which he does. Good. Probably should take out the portal and grab a stabilizer. The devastated warship has been built by Edvin. A nice group of stealth tanks being here. Edvin's now finishing off what remains of Abovithelaw's economy right now. I'll make sure they're just defending the units here. What's going on over here? Oh yeah, they do actually attack that bit there. Tank goes down. We've got the stealth tanks going over back to base now, although I assume Edvin probably knows where they're going, so he's probably going to try and block off any routes so they'll come again. Oh god, there's a big force. There's 6. Is there? Yep, 6 tripods. We've got a devastated warship. It's going to slowly tear down that base from afar. And there goes one refinery. No, not yet, but they will be very soon. Well, there goes 2 refineries. And there goes lower harvesters. We've got an attack by military rocket squad. We've got 4 avatars. We've got a nice defense by Abovethelaw, actually. I was actually pushing back quite a bit now. Unfortunately, he hasn't got any buzzers nearby. We've got that 1 buzzer hive, which will probably do quite a bit of help, actually. But now, obviously, all the infantry destroyed now can go on the attack. This is going to be very interesting. The avatars are just going to start the main attack now. They're going to go back to base. More avatars and stealth tanks are going to be amassing here. They're going to be trying to protect what they have, what Abovethelaw has left. Edvin has out of power right now. He's rebuilt the tech center so they can use more tripods. Edvin's now retreating. They're both fighting over this one Tiberium field. This is probably going to be quite a bit of a standoff now because most of the Tiberium has been depleted apart from this one because Abovethelaw has had most of his harvesters destroyed early in the game. So this is the only 2 that are left. Obviously we've got some small Tiberium deposits here which the Devastators will now suck up to gain extra damage. He's probably going to flank the enemy over here, even though there's laser turrets. He's probably going to join this Devastator tank over here. And yes, there's a bit of a standoff on this Tiberium field here, which is deeply interesting. So the both could be trying to just defend each other and defend each other's harvesters, although Edvin's not making any move to try and defend his harvesters, which is weird. Then again, they might be trying to antagonize and draw the enemy out and then destroy them so that they can destroy the entire base. We'll see. We've got the war factory being done there, we've got a few attack bikes. Overall, it's not too bad, but Edvin's still out of power, so that's going to be putting him down quite a bit. More stealth tanks are being produced, going for the bottom this time, and probably going to be going for the rest of... Oh god, I was about to say the rest of these 2 refineries here, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Seekers and a tripod over there, so that'll be defending it quite nicely. They'll be seeing the stealth tank, no problem. And, oh no, they just missed it. Oh, there we go. So the both sides are now being attacked. A devastated tank goes down. Seekers are going to join the tripod and a few devastated tanks over there. Edvin's harvesters being destroyed up here, which is problematic. More devastated warships being built, which will actually help against the avatars. if you can be quick enough, they'll probably be able to destroy all the base, just because they're air and they're very good at taking down structures, although my only problem was that this disruption tower, well, these two, the handling the entire base. But so far, most of the map, I think, has been claimed by Advent. A little bit more, at least. Spraying platforms have been, no, I was about to say it's been moved down here, but it's only because of the defenses being destroyed. More tripods are being built. He's trying to amass as big as force as he can. Avalanche of light goes up. And all harvesters, avatars move in with the captured tripod. Abovethelaw captured one of their tripods, and now they're just moving in, trying to destroy as much as they can. Deficit's taking quite a bit of damage. That is a good counter-attack by Abovethelaw. And now he thoroughly claimed the taboo field for himself. The second finally goes down. Everyone only has a couple of tripods and 4 devastating warships, it doesn't matter how much. He's trying to take out as many of the avatars as possible, but he won't be able to destroy the entire base. And that puts this gravity stabilizer in danger, because that is only for the devastated warships, as far as I can see. I don't think it is. We've got a Tabium chemical plant, which will probably be used for you know, absolutely obliterating economy for Edwin. He's struggling with it. That's quite a bad actually. Stabilizer goes down. We'll have very heavily damaged, devastators. But the balance pulls back. Edwin pulls back Abovethelaw. Tripod and Avatar goes down. Now he's probably going to go an attack, but then again, more avatars are being built. So this is going to be very interesting. I don't think the tripods will be able to handle it now. Even when they're long blades, I think she's got so many of them. And those devastating warships are in jeopardy right now. Oh, we've got an attack here. We've got a massive attack here. We've got the resources being tripled right now by loads and loads of scooters, a few devastating tanks, and a couple of tripods. That has been completely obliterated. That's going to pull him right back. That's going to be a nice surprise attack. So he's going to have to focus on 2 fronts now to make sure that he's staying alive. And that's going to put him in quite a sort of a bad position now, because he's being pressured from 2 angles. Another attack over here. His harvester just went to the Tiberium spike, and his Stormcaller just went, nope, denied. So obviously his base is getting destroyed right now, and the main base of this Tiberium is just getting destroyed. But all these, I don't know whose base is actually destroyed first. We've got the units over here. They're not moving upwards. That's what Edwin needs to do. There we go. Now he moves them upwards. Now he has the perfect weak spot. Now he's going to completely obliterate all these units over here. But finally, end up goes down pretty much. The harvesters are just going to get destroyed so easily. One avatar is just guarding the space. That's not going to be enough. That avatar's going to get swarmed. Most of the units are up here, but because he's moved his entire base up to this tip field, it's going to be hard to try and eliminate him now. I think Edwin is on his last legs, to be honest, because not many of his structures have survived. His drone platform's over there. God knows what he's building.
Unit under attack. Stealth unit detected.
More obviously trying to come in to steal Edwin's Tabulum, which is a bit of a sneaky move, but his harvester's just going to die now, and that's going to put him in a bit of a hard position. You know, nearly no economy. More disintegrators being built, because it's mostly anti-vehicular now. That one little very damaged nerve center has been left there. Edwin is making a nice use of all units here. He's completely obliterated everything right now. Although I did forget, Avatar's very heavy, so I can probably build out a lot of different units. But he's trying to just disperse everything as much as he can, trying to disrupt these operations. Abovethelaw is maintaining quite good ground though. Defences are being held so far. Power goes down, they goes down to they go to the power, which yes, the buff has sold, that will be excellent. Anti-vehicular infantry is going to be produced, because military rocket squad's coming out of there. So, oh no, it's got a saboteur, good idea, got to capture those tripods, that'll aid the war effort. We've got some anti-air being built for the devastator stuff over here. And he has no power whatsoever, which is what's funny. And Edwin's now making a move to try to destroy all the anti-air defences so that he can get a nice foothold into destroying a core space. another structural tower goes up to try and hide the base. Obviously he's trying to maintain all as much as he can and try and destroy as many triples as he can so that the enemy doesn't capture it. Above is now chasing his units down to this Taburan spike, and I think Edvin's on the losing side here because there's not much he can do. He's got a few devastations, but still, he's been obliterated quite nicely. All these disintegrators are sitting here at the moment. I'm not sure what Edvin's doing, to be honest. No, I don't know what he's building.
Our base is under attack. Cancelled. Building. Construction complete. Unit under
There's another
attack.
more refineries trying to get the economy back up. And now here, Butlerlaw's at a difficult position because he's got pretty much no economy. All his refineries and harvesters have been destroyed. Got one lonely harvester.
Construction complete.
Another SAM turret gets built to try and deal with the
Cancelled.
devastating skiers.
Construction complete. Building.
Power plant gets built. Oh, that goes up. There's Devastator's gonna die. Oh, another attack by Butlerlaw. Go for the harvesters again.
Unit under attack.
This is actually really desperate now. During the last few structures that he has, I really don't think Edwin personally is nice this now. He's not really got much of a base. His forces are too thinly spread, and I thought, yeah, his drone platform's been destroyed. I think, has it? I don't know.
Harvester under attack.
Maybe not.
Building.
Yeah, his drone platform's been destroyed.
Unit under attack.
So we can't actually gain that back. But to be honest, I think Abovethelaw would actually win this match. For now. Sandra is being sent to deal with all these vehicles and stuff. And that's going to prove effective, but I don't know how long that will be able to last. And building another power plant. Oh wait, no, he's got some construction here.
Insufficient funds. Training.
Oh, I do actually wonder, where is it? Is there a foundry somewhere? Because I don't see it. It must be, because otherwise he won't be able to build it.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack.
Oh wait, the drone platform's over here. Right, fair enough, and then there's a foundry just there. Right, okay, fair enough.
Unit under attack.
So he's applying a little bit of pressure on the base now, trying to get the draw units out, I believe. We've got the Edvin's below here. He's going to slowly move up and cover, take this Taburan field and go and flank so that he has the biggest advantage.
Training.
A nice amount of tripods and avatars up his built. Obviously they're weak against infantry in air. That's why the disintegrators are there. Still got them selected, so he doesn't actually know where to put them. But yeah, Edvin's slowly moving his drone platform off of this Taburan field. He's got to get all these resources here, move up here, and then try to probably just destroy the base from behind. Still time we can step down here, so that's going to be, well, hopefully he won't be able to find out the base is being constructed here. I don't think so. No, they're being sent on a different course, thankfully. However, there's a seeker there that's going to get obliterated, and all of this base here is just going to die. No, they're not. It's just immediately changed course to the above here. Going to eliminate this extractor and above the hive. And it's Abovethelaw is just putting more tripods and avatars. So I must admit, Abovethelaw has actually recovered quite nicely from building that crane in the first place. I wouldn't actually think that building a crane right at the start would give him many benefits. I thought he would just drain his resources quite quickly once this battle started, but he's done quite a lot. He's built up quite a big force and a big base, covering a lot of ground. And at this point, if he wanted to, oh no, he wouldn't be able to destroy Edvin's bases, because look how much actually vehicular units and some there. Yeah, there's no way that's gonna happen. So it's basically there's nothing much is happening now. They're just both waiting for something to happen, because none of them are really brave enough to go and try and find out what's happening for the other, in case their units might get destroyed. I'm not sure what's really happening. No units are getting built. Although he does have resources.
Construction complete.
It's probably just, yeah, he's just building defences.
Enemy units sighted. Building.
He's, yeah, just probably base walking, I
Building.
think.
Construction
Hard to tell at this
complete.
point. More Pavlots going up, trying to cover as
Construction
much as
complete.
possible, cover as much ground as possible.
Enemy base sighted.
Oh, he's making a move. He's making a move towards Edvin's base. I don't think that'll actually work though, to be honest. Oh, we've got lots of units coming in. That entire attack force is probably going to die now. That attack force is going to die. He's got retreating immediately. That was a big mistake by Abovethelaw. All those units now just going to destroy all those walkers, not just providing Edvin will make a brilliant attack plan now because he can capture all of them and hopefully use them for his own purposes. Or at least some of them. Some of them have been destroyed. So they've got a tripod and a few avatars.
Building.
That was a nice push back by Edvin there. So far, Edvin has built up a nice sizable force for this type of field, and he's rebuilding devastators now to destroy the anti-ground defences and the base entirely. Who knows who'll win at this point, because Edvin has made a quite nice comeback from the little structures he had. Obviously, we've got the base here, we've got the tech structure being built, the nerve center and everything, so they're both doing quite well for themselves, to be honest. And they're just being careful now not to absolutely destroy both of their, attack forces, just in case they're exposed. Stuff like just obliterating a small outpost here, which is interesting. But obviously that doesn't really matter now because Edvin has this typing field. He's protecting it, and then the Devastator could be built. I don't know how many he's going to build. In fact, let's have a look.
Unit under attack. Unit
Oh, so he's
lost.
building 8.
Tiberium field depleted.
Pushback being made by Edvin with loads of Nerve Seekers. That's good. Really pretty effective. Obviously, Abovethelaw being pushed back now. He's not doing much at the moment. 2 saboteurs are there to try and capture the walkers, but they've already been captured by Edvin. Large forces at the top here. There's the attack, just having a spaz attack over there. We've got Tiberium Spike over there, so it's still there for some saboteur. Is there? I don't know. Abovethelaw trying to rebuild his force right now. He doesn't think that'll work now because he's got the Devastators, got the Devastators and some other ground forces. But these Devastators are key. That's his main strength because most of his defences are anti-ground because that's what he believes at the moment. Although he does have some stealth tanks which will help against anti-air, but not many. So he's in for a bit of a ride, I suppose. And then we've got a giant force coming here, so he could do a pincer attack, to be honest, because he's got a giant force here, and then he's got a force over here. So this force could come around the back and come destroy the base of the back from the rear and go like that. And then this force can attack at the front, so it puts immense pressure on Abovethelaw, to be honest. So that could potentially work. I think that's what he's going to do. Obviously, he needs to distract the forces from here over to this base, but Abovethelaw is already making this move. He's already trying to build as many refineries as possible, trying to just extract the last essence of Tiberium that may be on the map. And I think that's going to be very dangerous, seeing as they've got stupidly huge anti-structure and vehicular force here. This base is pretty much untouched at the moment. Part of the just gets destroyed by the units that are at the blue tip. Oh, quite a few. Okay, second drone platform. Second gravity stabilizers built by Edvin. Loads more Devastators, Devastator warships. So that's going to really help a lot. They're just preparing now. And yeah, there's not much happening because they're both scared to try and attack each other. Although Edvin, I think, has more confidence because just look at his setup. There's no way that Edvin will actually fail now, to be honest. Although, they'll let another attack. From above the wall now. Got loads and loads of beam upgraded Devastator tanks. They're doing their job, repelling the Edvin's tripod. Although they're being decimated. Jesus. A large chunk is taking out Edvin's arsenal vehicles. Obelisk goes off, driving down to what Edvin's base. Edvin retreats back down to his base. We've also got a nice force here, so that may help disrupt the Tiberium operations, and also that could also be used to flank, but I don't know. Whoa, that's a lot of devastating warships being built now. You could probably attack now, and that would work. Probably, I don't know. I mean, we've got, again, 4 stealth tanks. They're probably going to go to the middle tip field here. Oh, they've been retracted. Edvin's unit has been retracted from the blue tip field. They're probably going to go and support this base over here, because he's now base walking towards... Abovethelaw is base walking towards Edvin now. He's probably going to take that to the field. So Edvin's going to try and save as much as he can. It's got to a point where it's pretty much a standoff now. All harvesters get destroyed by Edvin. Yeah, this is technically a standoff point now. I was about to say the harvesters. Where are they going? Because if they go over there, but they can't go over there because there's no tip field. But if they did, the obelisk would see them. Oh wait, we've got Nod's harvesters. We've got his harvesters coming down. Law's harvesters. Oh no, he's just stopped. I was about to say the Law's harvesters coming down. That's just going to get decimated by all these forces. And now Ivan's going to make his attack with all the devastating warships, which is going to be nice. There we go. All his units being mobilised now. But there's not much he can do with all these. He's better protect the base. But obviously he's got 2 groups now to attack where Above can't really. He wouldn't expect it. There are a few stealth tanks there, but I don't think that would matter because his forces will just get swarmed. Here we go. Now this is it. This is the first attack. Well, this is probably the last attack of the match, to be honest. First obelisk goes down nicely, letting in all the ground forces. And this is what you call a Scrin invasion. Absolutely destroying most of the refineries. There goes down the construction tower. And there goes the harvesters and the rest of the refineries. Obviously, knowing this, Abovethelaw is building some anti-air and vehicular defences. That one, Avatar is going down? No, War Factory goes down. The raid is quite weak actually. More anti-air defences are going to get built here. Devastator is going to be in trouble right now. I'll get drop into attack going here. A couple of annihilators destroying the air defences. Going to destroy Sam turret just there. They're probably a bit of pressure on him now. There's not much Abovethelaw can do because most of his forces are focused over here. He's now destroying the base quite nicely, actually. Most of them want to go down though, which is a bit problematic because now he's got nothing to defend himself with. Devastators just tear up the entire base. War Factory goes down. There's not much of the original base left. He's got a nice force over here. Now he's going to just move to this position here, claim this green tip field back, and he's just going to go from the attack from the rear, to be honest. Both storm cores go down. Obviously he's got base there, a base there, and a base there. So he's quite safe. I think Edvin's quite safe. Like it's GG for Abovethelaw now. Above actually he's done very well, honestly. Yep, Edvin moves in with a gigantic force right from behind, and he's going to destroy everything that lies in his way now. There's nothing that can stop him right now. Nothing at all. Honestly, it's just nothing. It's just everything just gets destroyed so quickly. So now the last few structures get destroyed. Power plants, refineries, war factories. He makes a desperate plea to try and defend himself with some rocket launchers that even they are not going to last long with devastating warships at hand. So a final goodbye for Abovethelaw. He has tried tremendously well. He's trying to ward off these few devastator tanks, which does help, but honestly, it is futile. Absolutely futile. All this effort has been in vain. I don't see why he just but I suppose they're important because he's only got a few structures left. He's only got one structure left that keeps him in this battle. Of course, that's guarded by an obelisk, but that's powered down, so there's no way he'll be able to survive after this. Why is he waiting? Oh, come on. It's just there. You could win right now. You could win right at this moment. I think he's waiting for Abovethelaw to surrender now, because there's no way. He's above finish now. There's no way. He's only got one structure keeping him alive, and there's not much he can do. And there we go. The last time, he's going right in there. And the last refinery is going to be finished off. Well, that's GG there. Really, really good match, I must say. For the first replay that I've casted, this is actually quite an interesting match, to be honest. It's one of the best I've seen, to be honest. Because I have viewed a few, but I've not really paid attention to them as much. I must say that Above did actually do quite well there, because he built a crane right at the start, and that did set him back because he recovered. He knew exactly what he was doing, so he recovered quite rather well, and he almost killed everything a couple of times, but everything came back and just destroyed it all the way through. So that was a rather intense match there. Well done to CWedvin, well done, I thought well done to both of them, because they both played very well. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you really like this video, then I would appreciate you say so. Obviously, whatever things that you think that I should improve on for casting, please do say so down in the comments. Until next time, everybody, farewell.